Welcome to Lesson 3. So in the previous lesson, we discussed how our belief systems are formed and the potential negative impact those belief systems can have on our core. In addition to our belief systems creating difficulties in interpersonal relationships, our identities can create challenges as well. In this lesson, we will discuss how our identities and basic human emotional needs impact our interpersonal relationships. We, or society, applies man-made labels to ourselves. These labels can be based upon our religion, ethnicity, political persuasion, gender, race, sexual orientation, and several other demographics that we use to define ourselves. The primary reason we apply labels to ourselves or others is to create a sense of identity. This identity can also create a sense of pride. Although we use labels to create our identities, the thing about labels is that they can be perceived as positive or negative depending on the perceptions, biases, prejudices, or stereotypes each individual acquired as they traverse the cycle of socialization. So, just as labels can create identity, they can also create division. For example, take the map of the United States. The lines on this map that are used to delineate each state were not preformed when the earth was created. They are arbitrary lines that were man-made to divide the country into smaller, more manageable pieces. The labels attached to those boundaries are the names of our states. I was born in Michigan, so I was assigned the label Michiganian. I had no choice in the matter. It was the luck of the draw. And growing up a Michiganian, one thing you learn is to dislike Ohio State University. Why? Because they weren't from Michigan. We even had a chant. Down with Ohio State, there were no nothing party school. Division, pride, and the cycle of socialization in action. Think about the labels you or others create for yourself, and think about how it divides you from others that have different labels. So, why do we divide ourselves with the labels? Well, beyond eating, drinking, and sleeping, there are other basic human needs that need to be met. We need to feel heard, accepted, valued and respected, safe, apart, and most importantly, loved. Do you notice these all have to do with feelings? And typically, when we feel the first 5, we also feel loved. These feelings or emotional needs often lead us to find and associate with others that meet these needs, that support our identity, and support or reinforce our belief systems. Guess who knows this very well? Social media companies. This is why your feeds will be filled with posts from those that share similar beliefs and identity as you. Our use of labels to separate ourselves or align ourselves with others, our basic human emotional needs to feel a part of something, and the cycle of socialization elicit division in our social structures through groupthink and tribalism. Tribalism can lead to communal pride for those things we feel a part of and love. That pride can then lead us down a negative road. Our pride for our state or school can lead us to dislike or even worse, hate another school. Why? Because it's not our school or tribe. They're not a part of our tribe, so they become the enemy. And this leads us to what we will discuss in our next lesson, the formation of the enemy mindset. I will see you there.